Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Divine Brothers podcast. My God, sometimes, man, you have a week that just tests you, and sometimes you fail the test spectacularly, man. I got to start off with a little story. So the other night, right, I'm just grabbing a snack, right, grapes, just grapes, right, and I'm in the kitchen washing them and stuff like that. Grape falls on the floor. Don't think anything of it. You know, poo poo comes in, eats the grape, standard shit. Something triggers in my mind. And I'm like, did Wu Yin say something about dogs and grapes? And I call him out, say, hey, is there something with grapes and dogs? And he's like, yes, they're totally poisonous. And I was like, bullshit. How could I not know this after years of having dogs and stuff like this? I type it into Google, huge capital letters. This will kill your dog. Go to a vet immediately. Have you ever heard of this? Have you ever heard of like grapes and dogs? Have you heard of this?
I mean, I don't eat grapes. Who eats grapes? Jesus.
Dude, this is so I am just like, I've just killed my dog. I've just killed my dog.
One's not gonna kill it. You type that in
No,
for one. No.
oh man. So I'm like, what do I do? I'm sticking my finger down his throat, trying to get him
Jesus.
to vomit and stuff
Sounds
like
like an
that.
overreaction.
Oh my no. So anyways, I'm like, what do we do? What do we do? There's an animal emergency place a few kilometers away. We get on the bike. Like Poo Poo is like, he's so excited. He's like, oh, this is fantastic. What a great, I can't believe I get to go riding at night and stuff like that. I'm having a heart attack. Like I'm convinced I've just killed my dog. Wu Yin's like, please be calm, and I can't. I've totally like gone emotional and stuff like that. And we take him into the vet, and the vet's like, um, yeah, this would 100% kill him. Like, you, thank God you brought him in now. He gives him hydrogen peroxide as an emetic. He projectile vomits, just like, and you see the grape come out along with all of his dinner and stuff like that. And the guy was like, yeah, he would have eaten this. It would have digested over a few days. He'd be dead in between 2 weeks to a month.
Oh,
His liver would
stop.
have completely shut
Stop.
down. Yeah. No, yeah. The doctor was
One
like, he would have
grape is
100.
unlikely to be fatal.
Poo Poo is 8 pounds. He's 8 pounds. He's a little nothing
He
dog.
ain't
You know
eight
what I mean?
pounds. He's more than 8 pounds.
Look it up. Look it up. I was doing research into it. Grapes are crazy poisonous to dogs. I had no idea. So he's okay
Still
now, but dude,
unlikely to kill a jug. Still unlikely.
oh my God. Dude, I have never felt like, I don't know if I could have handled killing my dog, man. I
What are
think it would
you
have broke me. I think it would have
what are
just,
you doing eating grapes, man? Grapes are
I was actually doing them for Wu Yan. I was washing them for him and give him a couple grapes. He loves grapes.
really.
And in China, they got the half blueberry, half grape, and they're pretty good. Like, I like the half blueberry, half grape.
I'm
It's
at the
tasty
point
stuff.
where blueberries are blackberry are far superior to blueberries. It's not even
I like them
compared.
both. I
It's
like them both. But
but
Jesus, man, like, I tell you this. So this is why this was so stressful to me. Like, so we're on the. I, I'm tense. I'm like, I've killed my dog, like, so I'm emotional. We're on the bike, like, he's on the back, I'm on the front, and Poo Poo's riding up front. And like, as we're going, Poo Poo, for whatever reason, jumps out of the off the bike, as we're going along and stuff like that. And I have a real anger of moment. I'm just like, Poo Poo, what the fuck? What the fuck, Poo Poo? And Ian was so horrified by he was just like, you can't ever do that again. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, anger is so reactionary and so, like, it's just so uncontrollable to me. It's rare, but like, he really gave me like a solid guilt trip for like losing my cool and stuff like that. But man, real high stakes anger is hard to control. And I really dropped the ball there, but man, I don't know if I don't know if I have it in me to not let anger in high stakes emergency situations take me. You know what I mean? It really caused me to think about that because I really could. I was like, damn, could I be calm in that moment? And I don't know. I don't know, man. The anger just flows so naturally, you know?
Um, I think what put him off and maybe put me off a bit too is that you're tense because of the dog and fearing that you actually killed the dog and you're yelling and screaming at the dog. Like that doesn't make sense to me. Like
Because he jumped off the fucking bike while we're
but
moving, you
but
know? Yeah.
instead of worry and concern, it went to rage and anger. Like you're worried, and then you're anger. And so it's just like, what is that switch?
Don't you feel like that's I know this is not correct, but don't you just feel like that's natural? Like
If
worry and anger go hand in hand, you know?
if the dog wasn't sick, I think it would be natural. But if like terrified he's gonna die and then he hops out, I would be even more terrified for him, I feel like.
Yeah, well, it's I admit I'm wrong. I do. I just anger is so I feel anger is much more in my later life. I don't know why, but I feel it bubbling underneath, and I really hate it. I really hate that I got so much in me, but it's just waiting to strike, like it could come out anytime. It came out then,
It
you
it
know,
it's
but
how it comes
I
out, man. Like when it comes out in like this horrible, like this just violent rage type scream, anger. To me, I had a girl in Colombia I went on 2 dates with, and the second one, she was yelling at her kid on the phone or something. It was in Spanish, but it was so. I didn't go back out with her. I was like, no, man, that's
mm.
just I couldn't. I don't want to get to know somebody like this. It was such a turnoff, and I think it must have really turned Wu Yin off. Yeah,
But you got anger too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure, sure,
yeah.
but there's a certain type of like there's people that get. I'm not saying you had this thing, but there's a certain anger where it gets to a point where it's like there's like a violence in the scream. It's just
Well, I do get scary. I do.
scary. Yeah.
I, I, this week something else happened. It was exams this week. And anyways, like there was a makeup exam at the very, very end, and all the kids who had to make up for me were sick. They didn't show up. No surprise there. So, anyways, I'm just there's the time for the makeup exam. I call my head of the department. I'm like, listen, there's nobody showing up. Do I have to come in? They're like, nah, nah, nah. So anyway, there's a guy running the makeup exam, and like 10 minutes before, he's like, one kid showed up, one kid, and it's like a 2 minute thing, like you got to do a 2 minute speaking thing or whatever, and I go outside. It's pouring down rain, like pouring rain, and I'm on my motorbike and all that. And I'm just like, I asked the guy, I was like, listen, man, there's one kid. Can you do it for me? Like, can you just save me from driving in this torrential rainstorm and just do this 2 minute thing for me? And he didn't reply. And I know this guy and I'm friends with this guy. And as he didn't reply, I got on my bike and started heading through the storm and stuff like that. And in my head, I started thinking like Chase. I was just like, what, what can I say that will be so cutting that it'll destroy him, for making me do this, for not helping me out here. I was gonna say something like, because he would see me soaking wet as I came in and stuff, and I'd give him a look, and he'd be like, "Oh, thanks for coming, and you had to do it." And I would be like, "Yeah, you know what? I see what you value now. Yeah, yeah, I see who you are. Like that sort of thing, like a real the sort of thing I knew would ruin him. You know what I mean? Where because he's a sensitive guy and all that sort of stuff.
No,
And I'm halfway there.
you give him the death stare. You give him the fucking
Yes.
soulless,
Yes.
just yeah.
So I'm halfway to the school and I look at my cell phone and he's like, yeah, no problem, bro. Sorry for the late reply. I was just busy with students. I'll cover it. And I felt so profoundly guilty because
Why?
I was going to let the anger, I was literally there planning his emotional demise on the bike. You know what I mean? And the second he was like, yeah, I got your back, I was like, oh my God, I wanted to kill this guy a second ago. And now I fucking he was a true friend. He hooked me up when I didn't think he would. You know, because he's kind of a stickler, like he's a rules guy, you know. But he hooked me up, and I felt like, God damn, I was about to fucking eviscerate him, and now I feel like I owe him, you
What?
know. Just
Oh yeah, a little bit. You owe him a little bit. Yeah. No
I'm
guilt.
just
Why the guilt?
because I don't like that my in the same way I don't like how I jumped to the anger with the dog. I don't like that over a little thing. Like, it was an inconvenience, but over the inconvenience, I wanted to hurt him. I wanted to emotionally hurt him, you know? And I don't like those tendencies, you know, like tendencies towards anger and emotional evisceration, you know, like those are where I went to. And I was like, damn, I'm like, I got some serious evil inside of me. I got to purge somehow, you know? It was a realization of darkness, and it made me feel disturbed. Yeah.
I am we'll bend rules a little bit, and to me there's rules that can be bent. You know, even if you're a stickler like that, dude, you know, a 30-minute drive to say three sentences is that's just a little ridiculous. Like this is an easy yes. This isn't this 99% of people are saying yes. If you're part of the 1 or 2% that's like, nah, 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 like, all right, we're this is you have made an enemy. Like this is something that should not be happening.
It
So I
would have ended the friendship. It
yeah.
would have. Yeah. I have no doubt in my mind it
So
would have ended the friendship.
so
Yeah.
he acted appropriately. So therefore he nullified the, you know, it's fine.
Still, it shouldn't. I shouldn't. The right thing to do would to just be not give a fuck. Just be like, okay, you know, don't let it get to you.
I
Who
have
gives a fuck?
I have my landlord here and I interact.
Mm,
She's engineering chick. So it's just it's real. When I message her, she only messages at a certain time, like an email,
mm,
and like everything is textbook. And I was like, yeah, I'll get the code. And she's like, I'll text you the code at this time, the morning of. I'm like, good God. You know, like she don't want to give you
mm.
the address the night before. She'll only give you the address an hour before we're supposed to meet. I hate these people. Like I'm gonna come and stalk out the
What?
house. Yeah,
Address?
like
What?
that to the house. Like, oh, I'll meet you there on Saturday. I was like, yeah, just shoot me the address. I will text it to you Saturday 1 hour before we're supposed to meet. I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
it's just completely by the books. And I did the lease wrong where I moved out and moved in here. I moved out on the
Uh,
31st and I was supposed to move in here the first. I was like, fuck. I was like, she's gonna charge me for that day. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask her if I can go in after work. So like
mhm,
5 hours. And in my head, knowing the interactions with her, I was like, she's gonna try
mm,
to charge me for 5 hours. I just think well, you're 5 hours early, so that'll be 25. And then I was prepared. I was like, this bitch is gonna, and then she didn't. But I was ready
uh,
for it. I was ready.
yes, right.
I was
Yeah,
ready for
yeah.
it. Yeah, I was ready for her to
Exact
the,
same situation.
yeah.
Exact same situation. And you build up in your mind. You're like, all right, I'm gonna have to go to war. You know, what am I gonna have to
No, no,
say?
it's like you've made a difficult tenant now. That was the mindset I was
Yeah.
going into, but she was cool.
Yeah. I mean, thank God it works off. You know, see, it gets to that idea of like momentum and friction. You know what I mean? Like, are you going to help things run smoothly, or are you going to be that unnecessary sense of tension? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see that shit like in the gym, you know, people who help things run smoothly and people who cause like just little issues, man. It builds up, you know, you feel that shit.
Fucking does, man.
Hello, Jace, my
I'm
brother.
here. I'm here.
Uh, I was setting you up, man. That's one of your topics, right?
But
Gym momentum versus friction.
oh, uh, dude, when you're out of the gym for a long time, it's unbelievably hard to get back into it now. Like
Oh yeah, it hurts. First week's awful.
dude, it's a drive from where I work. I have to get dressed at work. That's the only way I go. Like if I'm not,
Right.
I'll just drive home, man. It's really, to, man, fucking hard to start a routine again. It's a little scary.
What's causing friction?
Fatigue.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel it. Work is such a fatigue, man.
Yeah.
Like it just brings you down. Brings you down. I got a very complicated relationship with coffee now because I have to have some source of energy. You know, if I'm not on the coffee, I'm dead by noon. Like there's no other way. You know what I mean? So I'm saying you got to cheat the system somehow. You got to perk yourself up.
Drugs.
I didn't mean, do you have any? You have any,
No, I
what was
would
that?
never do drugs ever.
Colombian
I don't know
modafinil?
what you're talking about. I only take coffee.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting stuff. But I mean, like, it sounds like a cool place. Like, there's got to be like interesting little spots around there to hang out and stuff like that, like a biker bar or something you'd imagine out in New Mexico. You know
Dude,
what
it
I'm
is. It's
saying?
a grungy little biker bar, and it's got my initials for the name. So I'm like, oh man, I got.
Oh,
But I'm too
CDC
scared.
or CDC? Yeah.
Thought about going in, and these really butch chicks got off their bike and went. I was scared. I was like, no, man,
A
I cannot.
lesbian bar.
No, no,
Oh.
no. It's just, but they scared me. I was like, man, they might. I don't know why they scared me. I couldn't do it though.
So I'll tell you, I've I had a few occasions to hang out in grungy bars. Grungy bars are great. They're really great. Like, because people are very like it's a spot to hang. The people who go there go all the time,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So there were three bars in Lubbock. I can only remember the name of one of them. Lone Star Oyster Bar on 36th Street. And this was like the bar for like all of the fuck ups from tech. Like all the people who didn't graduate and they got stuck in Lubbock forever. They shot at a kid with some sorority girl. Now they're married to her and they hate her guts. They're all fucking barely making it. That's where they go and like reminisce about the old days back in the frat and shit like that, and all. But it was a vibe. Like you could go there and you could tell this was the one place where they were happy. Every other part of their life, they were miserable, but not there. They were happy to drink there. I've been to lesbian bars, which was fucking intense, like just hardcore butch lesbians.
Okay,
Just,
okay.
yeah,
But have
yeah,
you been to a tiny little desert town with one bar, and that's the
no.
bar?
That's
That's what
kind of
scares
cool.
me. That's
That's
what's
kind of cool.
scary.
No, yeah.
Scares me because there's big
I would go.
trucks and motorcycles out front. Yeah.
Just go. What are you fucking afraid? Are you afraid they're gonna like
I'm gonna
deliver it to
go
you
in
or
like
something?
this. I'm gonna go in just, hey, how was everybody's day at
Maybe it's a place to watch a fight. Maybe they got the game on or something
place
like
to
that.
get in a fight? That's what it feels like.
I don't know. I think you got movie stereotypes in your mind. Besides, I
Definitely.
kind of want. I one time made friends with a biker guy.
Oh yeah.
He was cool. Yeah, where he was a little questionable. I'll put it to you that way. So it was in Vietnam, in District Two. There was a German biker guy who was working out at the gym and stuff like that. And we just started talking. He was a nice guy and stuff. And I was like, oh, well, you so you're from Germany? He's like, it's I fucking hate Germany. They repress all of the true political opinions. I was like, oh, okay, repress political opinions in Germany. I was wondering about his origins and how he ended up in Vietnam. But he was a cool guy. Like I remember, we hung out a few times. He was interesting. It's a vibe, you know, and I can appreciate a little diversity in the hangout. Like a biker guy. That's cool to have.
Yeah, it's a great friend to have. Be a great friend to have.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you've been feeling lately, man. But another thing that's been getting me down is this AI shit. You know, I had a student this week. He's just for the whole year. He's just something happened. He was a great student, and now he's just won't turn in work. He had an anxiety attack during the exam. Like he's like writing shit and just stopped. He's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And so I went to the school shrink, couple like a months ago. I was just like, hey, what are you looking at this kid? And she's giving me updates and stuff like that. And I was like, he fucked up the exam. What's going on? And he says he knows that he cannot anything he writes will be worse than AI.
Hmm.
Anything he writes, and this has caused incredible dread and doom, and he just feels like it is completely pointless to try anything. This kid's been stuck like this for 6 months, you know. And when I look at all the AI shit, I hate my job. I don't want to be doing this much longer, but I keep thinking there's no other jobs anywhere. There's, I should be grateful because it's all going to be fucking replaced.
Yeah, at this point, it's already here. I mean, when I type it into AI, it's like, oh, Chase, you're insulated for 10 years. I'm like, oh, thanks, buddy. And then
It tells you you got 10 years to live.
and th- but this week I get this. Oh, these are my notes this week. And I was like, "Is this what you typed into AI?" He's like, "Yeah, he's my second therapist." So I was like, "These are good notes." And I take
uh,
those notes that AI gave my client and I put it into the exact same AI, and I get the more. It's a fucking cycle, and I'm just like, "Oh man." And
oh no.
he's not the only one doing this. He's not the only one. So now everybody's getting feedback from the AI. The AI is writing, like AI knows everything, but it's
Yeah.
just, I can't compete with these insights. I really can't. And it's
Yeah.
just, I just plug it back into the AI. Give me a little better feedback this time. All right, thanks. All right, great. Yeah. It's,
Dude,
it's slop. It's AI slop, man. It's slop.
but it's not slop because it's good enough, you know?
There's,
The big
there's,
slop,
there,
man.
There is no specialist left. Like I technically I guess I am one, but there will never be another. You won't learn anything.
No,
No
it'll
one will
last.
ever no one's ever writing a PhD on their own again. No one's writing a thesis again. Ever.
So I was talking to no, I was listening to a guy, some expert or whatever. You know what he said the graduate unemployment rate in the United States is right now? So fresh graduates,
68%.
no, but 30%. The Great Depression was 15%.
Hmm.
That was the Great Depression. 30%.
There's no
Like so
jobs.
and it's only gonna get worse. Every year it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And like people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on their college degree and they get out, with their underwater basket weaving degree. But even like a good one like math, like what's the fucking point of math when the AI can do it better than any human being, you know?
What's the point of
Right.
law? What's the point of a lawyer? You need
Mom
everything.
says there's no more paralegals. There's no need. Paralegals, obsolete profession, you know?
I mean, that used to be a skill. Like I'm good at writing, editing. I can throw this together. Nah, man, you're done. You're gone.
Yeah.
All right. Dude, they
Yeah.
act like, but they're acting like, oh, you're insulated for 10 years. I'm like, no, there'll be some good psychologists
Yeah.
that will serve as the overseers of the AI. That's it.
And it's
Therapy's dead.
AI telling you that too, right? Like the AI is telling you that
I
too.
think you got to
Yeah, you're
keep I think you got
right
to keep
about
a
it.
couple of humans around just for safety purposes. So they call, but
Yeah. Yeah.
no, man, I'm
Elon
done.
Musk and Sam Altman and everybody else is nothing. That's it. You
I
keep
don't
the
know
guys
which
at the
I
top.
don't know. Yeah, man, I don't get why more people are having not having panic attacks. Like I don't I would.
Oh, it's gonna be cataclysmic, man.
Yeah.
Like it's funny. This it really makes me like it makes me both hopeful and I think the main feeling is paranoia, but I do feel hopeful because there has to be a reaction. Like that, I believe the nature of revolutions is things have to get really bad before change happens. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the only way. And there's going to be some kind of incredible revolutionary backlash. It just has to be because people
How?
aren't going to sit around and just take it, huh?
I mean, I don't what are they gonna do?
I imagine it'll start off with
With a whisper.
riots,
Yeah.
like like Black Lives Matter looting sort of stuff, going on all across the country, and people just law and order just descending into nothing, Because what are you going to do, for example, when the police become AI, you know, where it's a robot chasing after you, and there's no human interact with, you know?
You're right. The first one though that goes is the white collar. Like the jobs that really take the brain power. Like, all right, coding, engineering, fucking
No, I totally
finance.
just the bottom is going to go first, man.
No,
The
dude,
fucking
how
cashier at McDonald's, that was the first one to go. No cashier at McDonald's, that sort of thing.
they're laying off fucking thousands and thousands of people at Oracle, at Meta. So I mean, it's already here. So I think we're seeing it on
Yeah.
both sides. I think a lot of white collar and the basic blue collar. It's terrifying.
What do we do, Chase? What do we do, huh?
You
Yeah.
hope you're part of the crew that eats well. I think there's a lot of people that are going to be living. I mean, not a lot, but an elite group that's going to be living well. And you hope that you're a part of it. If not, you're just part of the fucking pigs, man. That's it.
The OG dream is still the best possible option, which is compound.
Compound
Be
and
able to,
Kauai. Yeah.
yes, Yeah, not, I don't even care about Kauai, man. Just a place where we can grow, and we just weather it out till we die. Like, that's the only way.
Might come to
That's
that.
the only,
Might very
you
well
know.
come to that. Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna have an option, man. See, like one of the things I wonder about. There's an interesting thing that happened in England this week.
Should
So
buy
there's
that
a
acre next to us, man.
absolutely right. Is it available? Is it available?
Probably. Yeah.
Really, really. We need to contact. Did you send off that email to a certain friend of yours? Yeah,
Not yet.
do
No.
that.
No.
I think you should. But man, I
England.
in England they got this left wing like hardcore. They started a new party, like a new. It's called Your Party. That's what they call themselves. Your Party. And it's made of all these like super far left people and all that stuff. Guess what? It's eating itself. They've divided into six different parties because they couldn't fucking agree on anything. Like I want to
It
be a full communist. I want to
should
be a socialist.
should
Blah
put
blah
those
blah.
people down, man. Put them down. I mean,
But
it's absolutely useless.
here's my point though, right? So I'm imagining the future of the compound. So I was thinking about like, all right, let's say it is the end of the world, and let's say we're in like let's say that neighborhood, Big Acres or Big Hawaii, the place on the Big Island, right? Let's imagine that big neighborhood where you live. I can't remember, but um, imagine like it's the end of the world. Do you think those people could get together and be like, all right, it's the end of the world. I know we all got our own property, but maybe we can share food, coordinate like some growing and shit like that, have some community projects? Or would it immediately just be like, this is my castle. Do not enter my fucking castle, you know?
I think everybody locks down, they get their defenses set up, and then if there is like the internet still, they have certain periods for trade. And then they might have trade for fish or equipment. But I think it becomes communal, but they weed out the weak, man. Yeah.
You know what I think happens? The Hawaiian with his pit bulls and his gun goes around and starts taking shit.
Well, you got to be
I don't
ready.
got food. I don't got food. You got food. I'm taking your food.
Well, the
Like
Hawaiians would be fine. Dude, I talked to many Hawaiians out there in the pandemic that were living off of nothing, and they're like, "Yeah, I went down to the beach and I went spearfishing, or we caught some like they'll just catch it. They can
yeah.
catch their food out there, man. So they'll be all right."
I see. We're talking, but in my mind, this is not some like fantasy. I really do think that this could happen, man. Like I'm starting to believe it is the future at this point. Like
Well, I think you go to that universal income. I think they have to. I think
who's
everybody
paying for it?
get
We don't pay for health care, but we're going to do that. you know,
you have to, right? Because there's the majority of people aren't working.
that's what Elon Musk says. He says it's got to be. There's no other way.
So I think it goes, I think the majority of people end up on a universal basic income. You can make money on a side hustle, but if you got the certain sectors that still get paid, then you can actually have some money. But what sector is going to be left? Who knows?
I don't know, dude. Listen, there's only one thing I really want to see. A long time ago, I was with my buddy Murphy Rainville. Chase, you would love this dude. He's from New Hampshire. Uh, but like I guess New Hampshire is like the Alabama of the North. It's all fucking country shit. It's just instead of football, it's hockey. That's what they like. I love this dude. He was cool. Yeah. And you know what his big philosophy in life was, and I appreciated this. And this is the goal I want for our compound, Chase. I said, Murphy, what do you want in life? What's the thing you really want? And you know what he said? A porch. A porch. That's what he fucking wanted. I was like, what? And he's like, a porch. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Porch.
I had a great conversation about a porch today. This guy, I saw him before. He has this native. He's got these moments of like sage wisdom, but
Ah.
he's a healing junkie. Like, yeah, but in some moments of clarity, he's just like, he told a story today and it was so beautiful and profound. He's like, my life. And then he goes, we got this porch, man, on this trailer. It overlooks the valley. It's like, I don't do nothing. I sit out there and occasionally I'll have a black and mild and I just listen to the birds, listen to the wind, man, and the colors and the sun setting. And I'm like,
That's what I
damn, man.
want.
I said, I want to come
What?
hang out on your porch, man. But porch, deck, a balcony, like there is elite porch
Yep.
decks and balcony, and they will change your life. It's
Yes.
definitely a $50,000 add-on to a house easily, easily, and it's
Oh.
easily not in how much it
What?
costs to build, just just what it does.
Dude, I can't believe I haven't seen the Hawaii porch. I want to see how did you guys do? How did it turn out? How did the deck turn out?
It's
Yeah.
a patio.
Like happy with, is it are you happy with it?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
It's
It's
probably a
great.
place to be where you hang
Well,
out, you
if we
know?
put one on the front, we hang out there too. But yeah, it is. You hang out there. It's fucking fantastic.
What do you call in Hawaii? What do you call a porch? It has a name.
Lanai, Lanai.
Nah, yeah, dude. So okay, there were in my life there have been two great porches, you know, and well, you know what? I'm gonna throw in three. I'm gonna throw in three actually. Okay, number one, when I was living in Captain Cook in Hawaii, I was broke ass living on a couch with drug addicts, you know, but they had a lanai in the front of this house, big lanai and stuff. And you know, everybody hung out there. Like everybody in the neighborhood, they'd come out, we'd be smoking weed, listening to music. It was the spot. It was the spot, man. It was something like community about it. You know, it was a beautiful, beautiful place. Everybody was hanging out on that porch. The other one, the dock in Oneonta. Yeah. Uh, when I was doing mushrooms with everybody, we just naturally ended up down there, and it was fantastic. Just beautiful. The lake, the sunset, the cooling air, the cool breezes off the lake, the fire pit in the middle of it. Just it was the place to be. Like it was like a magnet drawing us down there, you know. And then the final one. I don't know if you remember. You remember the house in Alabama, man, on the mountain? You remember that house?
Kind of.
The back porch, the back porch where mom used to read her Bible in the morning and stuff. There was Jasmine, beautiful Jasmine, that would crawl up these iron rods and stuff, and it looked out into the forest in the backyard. I remember rainy mornings, like going out there, sitting on those wicker chairs and stuff like that, looking out as the yellow Confederate jasmine was just brilliant looking and so. And I remember loving the feeling of that back porch. It was one of my favorite places in that Alabama house, man. A porch is like a vibe generator. It can generate a vibe that can permeate an entire neighborhood, man.
The,
Powerful, powerful thing.
well, the porch I got in Hawaii, it was big. I got this. I spent a long time looking for a couch on. They're so expensive, those outdoor couches. I mean, thousands of dollars. Got one from China for 550. It was great. It's great. Such a good. It
Nice.
was good. It was the perfect one. And the hammock is custom made with the guy with the fat
Oh,
chick.
ham. Oh yeah,
And
I
then
remember that. Yeah, the hammock
and
story.
then I
Yeah.
got a table out there from one of my clients that died. This is it laid out perfectly, man. It was fantastic. And when we got a
Uh,
light, a bamboo light. Bamboo.
so how would you feel about screening it in?
It's all screened in.
Oh, it is screened in. Oh, see, I'm a fan. I love
I'm
that.
on top of this
Listen,
shit,
yo,
man. It's all screened in. Dude, I
I
planted
wish I could.
gardenia bushes along the front of the back, and they got white flowers, and the breeze blows in the white flowers.
What you know about gardenias? What are you doing with gardenias, man?
The
How'd you know about
Korean
that?
Hawaiian woman, I was like, I need to get some. Showed her a picture because you need these gardenias. They're gonna blow right. I was like, okay, I'll fucking plant it, and I did.
Have you ever smelled a gardenia? Have you ever
I
smelled
can
one?
smell them. Yeah, I can't smell anything. I can smell them.
The gardenia is maybe the greatest smelling flower in the world. It is
Yeah,
a potent, beautiful smell, and gorgeous white flower. It's
it
it's
would be
it's my
the
favorite flower.
actually right now would be the time to be because they're all in bloom, and the breeze comes in and hitting you on the lanai.
Damn, god damn, and you got a grill out there too, right?
I do. So yeah, I'm gonna
Oh
do
my,
by the back window. I'm gonna do a concrete walkout, and I think I'm gonna do like an overhang, but like an open one, like a
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I know what you're saying. Protect from the rain. That's even better.
No,
You
that's
got
open. No, it's like a
no, no, no.
what's the tear the what was it?
I know what you're talking about, like a kind of cabana looking thing, But the what's great is you have options. You can do in the screen, under the roof, but open air, or you can go outside and sit there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
options.
yeah, and
Options
then
is
I'll
what you
put
want.
just a regular porch on the front with rocking
Dude,
chairs.
such a good move because it's a small house. It's a small house and it
You're
felt
spending,
cramped,
you're hanging out
you know?
on the outskirts of the house. That's where you want to be. Yeah.
That's what you want to be, man. That place is, you know what it really needs? Some prime landscaping. Prime. You know what I mean? Like paths, walkways, garden like. You
What,
know, the back, if it could be like
dude,
tamed, if the
dude,
wildness could be tamed, you
I was
know.
mapping out the back. That goes way back. I mean, if somebody
Hmm.
went out there and actually put some, you, we only use half the acre. There's another whole half a acre.
See, like that. I wasn't crazy about the Hawaii place, but now it's growing on me big time because it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? Like it seems like the place to
What
be.
else
You
we
know.
got? People don't want to care about art. What else we got?
I'm sorry, guys. It's just it is what it is, man. Hey, did you find a haircut person for you? You getting your hair cut there? Yeah. Did you find somebody? It's kind of a tough situation to be in.
It's interesting because I got long hair, but I keep it short on the sides now. So it's a
Hmm.
guy. I had a woman cutting it. She was fucking. I had a guy cut my hair for the first time in 20 years. I've always had women because I've had long hair, and the
Yeah.
guy did a good job. He did a really good job. Like he was thorough, but he pissed me off. He was fucking. He goes, all right, here's the bill, and then you get it for tip, and the tip was 30, 40, or 50%. That's what it said.
Whoa.
And I was like,
What?
where's the fucking 15, 20, and 25? Or, you know what I mean? It was just
I've
egregious.
never heard that much.
It was
And
I can't go back to that. I was just like,
did you
whoa,
refuse the tip? Did you refuse?
you can put it in at the bottom, you know.
Okay.
But I was like, man, that's shady shit. So I gotta find a
That
new one. So now it's kind of a task, man. But I was wondering what you did there in China. I imagine you have a consistent person that only does like that specializes in white people hair, right?
there's a well, white people Asian hair is not that different. It is different, but
I hear it's very different. Yeah.
well, my hair is fucking thin, and anyways, well, interesting in China, haircuts exclusively male. Women do not do it. It is 100% a male profession.
What?
Like yeah, yeah. It's just one of those things. It is
What? Where do
100%
women go?
women. They get it from men. Like it is
What?
100. Yes, it's just a
Is
weird
that a law?
thing. No, it's just like a cultural thing. Men cut hair. It's just a cultural thing. And like it is, go to any shop in China. You can
Are they
confirm with
gay?
Chinese
Are they
people.
gay?
No, they're like metro. They'll dress fashionable, but they're not gay. You know, if they are, they don't. I don't know. It's just I don't
Huh.
know.
That
Yeah,
is fucking fascinating.
I've had the same guy for the last like 5 years. Me and Wee found him. You know, we were kind of going around and around and stuff. But here, this guy, we call him the robot. Yeah, because he is so precise and meticulous, and he takes his time. You know what?
That's what you want. That's what you want in a barber.
Yeah.
Take your time.
So like I've gone to the supercuts and shit like that where you're in for like what 5 minutes and they're like, see ya. You know, they'll sit me down, good hair wash, good little massage, all that stuff. And he'll spend a good 20, 25 minutes, on my hair. And then the other thing in China, they do two washes. They do the wash before and the wash after. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I moved to a new town. I gotta find one, and you have to get on an app now to get in a fucking appointment in this fucking country. And nobody
You have to
had
show
any.
up.
No, you can't. They're booked out. It's fucked up unless you
Whoa.
go to fucking Supercuts that'll, like exactly what you said. So I got an
Yeah.
appointment tomorrow with the baddie barber. I don't know what she looks like, but she's baddie.
Baddie? Baddie? Like baddie like crazy or like baddie like she's a bad bitch, you know?
I hope it's baddie that she's a bad bitch, but yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh my God. Yeah. I what are you trying to do with that? Like you trying like baddie? Are you trying to be like a freak or something? Or
Baddie's a
like are you
very
trying
no, baddie's a common term in America for like a bad bitch, like hot baddie. She's a baddie.
she hot? Is that the thing? Like
I have no idea. She didn't have a picture. I have no idea.
she called herself baddie but doesn't have a picture.
Right. It's
Interesting.
probably not too promising. It was either
Did
her
you
or the
new
black
mix?
guy. And I don't trust black
Uh,
guys. I don't trust them doing white hair. No.
really? I've never actually now that I think about it, I don't know if I've ever had a black person cut my hair.
Once.
I never thought about that, you know?
I had a brother cut my hair once, and I told him I was like, I just want to kind of blend it. He couldn't. He cut it like a black person.
Yeah.
He
It's
cut it like
totally
a
different from like
yeah, it is. I don't blame him. I was like, I can't do that again. So
I got a random historical fact. You know who the first black millionaire was?
no,
So it was a woman. It was a black woman, and she was the first one to make black hair products.
smart.
You know,
Fucking
It was
smart.
so smart, like it was super interesting. Like I read about this woman. This woman was fucking smart, man. And she, because they have it's the hair is totally different. Like it's a totally different. They have to have different products, different care for it, different shampoos, different everything. And she was the first one, man. Came a million. I was like, damn, smart
It's
job,
it
girl.
was the worst thing about dating a black woman was the hair. It was like you cannot run your hand through a woman, good black woman. It's just,
Straight hair, right?
huh?
Straight hair, right? She had straight hair.
But it's so filled with grease and oil. Like it's just the baseline is just it's just you can't just forget about the hair. It just looks nice. Don't touch. Don't ever fucking touch it. Yeah.
Can what about if it was natural? You know what I mean? Like not doing anything to it, just like the fro sort of thing. How about that? Would that be all right
No,
or
I think that's
curl?
still I think it's naturally just kind of yeah, oily. Yep.
Interesting. One thing I got to give Asians, they got great hair. They got some
They don't
great
stink
hair.
either. Asians don't smell.
Oh, it's a man. I tell you what,
Such a
like
blessing.
I gotta, yeah, like I'm like the sweatiest person at the gym always, and I'm so self conscious about like being smelly and stuff. I have to cover myself because all I can think is like I'm the only sweaty person here, so they're probably just like, like all the time. Like I'm not saying I'm stink, but I'm the only person sweating. So if there's something, they're gonna look at me and go, ah, "Fucking Meg, we're in, man." But it is what it is, man. I stinky is awful. Oh, the other the other week we were in a DD, right? And we get in this smell. Chase, you tell me how you feel about this, man. Female driver, stinky vagina,
What?
that fish smell, the rotten fish smell. Have you encountered this? Do you? To me, it made me want to vomit. I was like rolling down the window, sticking my head out like I was a dog. And so it was so stinky. And William was like, "Yeah, it's vagina smell." And stuff like that. And I was like, she's got a rotten vagina. Like I can't even imagine. Do you know this smell? Do you deal with this smell? Like, is this something girls got? Like when you're naked with a woman, is it just like, oh yeah, vagina? Is
It
that a thing?
takes, dude, a vagina takes a lot of maintenance. And like a good woman will always be cleaning and just working out her vagina. And the ones, if you don't take care of it, I mean,
Oh,
I've seen medical charts, UTI, UTI,
yeah.
UTI. It's just like, oh my God, man.
Oh my
And
God.
the smell is bad enough to make you question your sexuality if you're a straight man. I
Oh my God.
I'd be like, nah, man, I'll just stick with dick. I can't deal with that. Like, I could totally get that with some of these smells, man. Sure.
Horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. I've had it is it is interesting about like I wonder about because me and William were asking, like, do you think guys like that? Like, are there guys who are into that? You know what I mean? Like, they dig the pussy stank. You know what I mean? Like, they want to dive into it.
Look,
I don't know.
there is, let's differentiate here. Now, a girl that's worked out, like fit, that's taken like a musk, like everyone's got a scent, like that comes out after a workout. You gonna
From
say
the
something?
vagina?
Well, we do, all men do, but women too. Like there is some people's natural body smell or odor can be
Oh,
to
yeah.
it can be appealing and I'm not saying it's nice, but it's not a turn off. It's like, oh, that's your taste, that's your smell.
So
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 guys can get
individual,
into
like
that.
cool.
Yes.
Like it's
But
so weird how people
a
very
stank, no, man. There's no way. No.
yeah. I've ended relationships with people over stank. I think their smell
It's,
did not speak to me.
that's just the right thing to do. No guilt with that, right? No guilt.
I guess so. You say you work out? Do you have to you
Kegel.
work it out?
Kegel exercise to keep it tight. Yep.
This is like a normal thing that women do.
No, no, but you getting pounded out or fucking shoving shit up there. You want to try to keep it tight. So yeah.
I had a friend who hippie chick who I happened to be friends with, and I she was always naked, like skinny dipping and shit like that. And I remember looking at her vagina and thinking, "What's wrong with it?" Like because it just seemed loose. Is that a word? Can a
Yeah.
vagina be loose?
Yeah, man. Yeah, roast beef. They got vagina rejuvenation surgery. And I've known women to get it done. Yeah. They tuck that in and touch it. It's just there's Can you imagine being a doctor that specializes in that's just disgusting.
Oh, oh
This
my
is
God, Chase, this is what you're dealing with, man. Like gay guys are super fastidious and clean, like they're just always
well, look,
cleaning.
a top tier a woman that takes care of herself absolutely does, but the majority, a lot of them just fucking give up. They don't care.
I guess it's also it could be like an American thing too, because I imagine like Asian people have very tight, well maintained pussies, and stuff like that. I mean, I'm guessing. I don't
Well, they don't
really know.
Asians. I remember that I was like, I don't really taste much. Like it's just very neutral, which is great for me. I love that.
Rice
That's
flavored.
it's fine.
You know?
I don't want exotic with this shit, but the other stuff I've tasted sounds like, damn man, that's just there's like a it's like their DNA or something, it's just like it's wrong. It's wrong. I don't want to mix with that. I have been with people where I taste so I'm like, I don't want to mix with that. I would never want to have a kid with this. Like it's just something's
The
off.
opposite is true too. I remember the the taste slash smell of certain guys. Yeah, like there was this one guy in Shanghai years and years ago. I will always remember his smell. There was something intoxicating about it. It was a one time
Sure,
thing,
sure.
but no one else had this. No one else. Like it was exclusive to him, and it was it was exciting. I can still like smell it in my memory. It's just one of those weird, peculiar. It's like a pheromone thing, I guess. I don't know, but it is weird when you tap in at that level.
I've had one or two, one Asian and one in Peru, where it's just like, wow, that's just delicious,
Mm.
nutritious. Like that's just like I want to breed with you right now. Like the I've never experienced something like the taste, the look. It's just it's a man, it's a superpower.
You see,
Superpower.
that's one of the things that we're talking about AI and stuff like that. But what we're describing here is like an impossible to define human experience. You know what I mean? Like the sort of thing that only you can only like have a sixth sense about, you know. And
But AI doesn't have senses. That's our one advantage that we'll always have. They can't describe that shit.
we'll see. I wonder if this is the premium. Then maybe the real thing that is going to be a commodity in the future is human experiences, things that go beyond the machine. The idea of this, like that Al Pacino movie, The Scent of a Woman. You know what I mean? That thing that you can't manufacture. It just has to be somehow experienced.
Well, we'll get back to here. So I wrote down there, I think it's called Mythos, Claude Mythos. You
Yeah.
see this? This is an AI that's it's not allowed for people. They've only given it to the top companies like Nvidia and Google and Microsoft. And this is like an
Yeah.
auditing fraud, fucking like it's the most advanced AI in the world for this. Can do what any human could do for 100 years. It's just, but it's only exclusive to the top companies. Like we can't give it to people. I'm like, this is how it's going to be, man. There
Yeah.
eventually there's going to be an AI model that comes out like this is five, six
Retard
thousand
lover.
a month
Yeah.
just to use. It's like, oh, so it's only for the elite. So you will have access to certain AIs depending on the type of money that you make. Yeah. And if you can pay
Uh,
10 G's a month, then you get the access to the best.
See, but here's my question, right? So, okay, what does everybody get? What's the lowest level? What is that like? Yeah, it's got the intelligence of an 18-year-old. Can you get things going for you, but you want anything more than that?
Yeah, you limit it. Like, we only let them know this much. It's so it's just you already know it's here. And my only thing is, I gotta be a part of the elite group. Whatever I can do to be a part of the elite group. That's the only thing I can think of. Join them.
Um,
You got to join them.
good luck. Yeah, maybe you can make yourself a parasite, and just latch onto the ass of somebody. But
Dean, they just opened up a job in the Middle East for Etihad psychologist. If I get it, family flies business class. Free.
oh,
Free. That I I think you would jack off right there if I told you I got that job.
yes,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
I'd also just be calling you, Chase. I need another flight. Going out. Feel like a weekend trip. Let's do
Chase, you've
this.
been here 3 weeks and your family is already abusing the system. Like, I told you that was going to happen. This was just part of the deal. What do you expect? We're low lives. we, we, we know this could end any second.
Where in the Middle East is it currently on fire?
Where is it? Abu Dhabi, I think. Yeah.
Oh, Saudis.
AI says I have less than a 5% chance. But
She's always asking AI. Guessing you got a 5% chance. Chase is going, I like those odds, you know? So you're saying there's a chance. That's what you're saying, you know?
I wrote a really good cover letter though. Like it was just like I was born for this. It's like please.
Born for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like I don't, I don't know. I don't know what to fucking do, Chase. I really don't. I gotta, I feel completely rudderless because it just feels so pointless.
Pour
It all
yourself into
feels.
the podcast, brother. Pour yourself into it, man.
Yeah, but well, look at all this. We're here talking about all this depression shit. Where's the laughter? You know, like where's the fun? You know, that's what I need.
We're real. We're real. And then we laugh at how
Oh, I saw
real it
a
is.
little clip show. It was a bunch of black guys, right? And they were here. They were playing Family Feud like on a podcast, and they were here was the topic. They had to guess the top 10 people who black people think the top black person that black people think white people like. That was the topic, right? These guys, it was like five black guys. They got one, and they didn't get anybody else who they thought like. But it was funny. It was really funny. I was laughing as they were doing this. You know what I mean? Because they were just so off with it. You know, but it was fun. That's what we need, man. I want fun. I want to laugh. I want to hear about Chase's biker bar experience and how, you know, you almost got a pool cue shoved up your ass. You know, after beating some guy in pool or
All
something
right.
like
Well, you
that.
know what I was looking up this week? I don't know, I was looking up Charleston Heston moments and remember
What does that
he's
mean? What?
yeah, like remember in Planet of the Apes where they're spraying him with the hose so they can take his girl away? And
Oh yeah.
it's a madhouse. And the ape's like, shut up, you freak. And I was like, man, that's a great insult. I need to start using freak more, like with just with people in general that are just a little off. And
Yeah.
just throw it at them. You're a fucking freak. What? Huh? Huh? Like it really does hurt. That's a cutter. Like it
I'm
cuts
about to
deep.
say that. You gotta be careful with that one. That could piss
Yeah,
people
but if
off.
they have it coming, freak is a great one. If they're socially awkward, you throw freak at them, that could shatter them for years, decades. It's a good one.
Yeah. Freak is like,
Love it.
what does it make me think of? Just annoyingly off, annoyingly not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not right, and it's annoying the world.
You
That's what
fucking
it makes me think.
fucking freak. That ape in that movie said it so seriously. He started talking to that human. Shut up, you
Another
fucking
great
freak. You fucker.
in that
Shut the
movie,
fuck.
the classic, get your filthy paws off me, you dirty stinking ape.
You
You
damn
know,
dirty
like,
ape, brother. Yeah, that's a great quote. Yeah. One of my
uh,
favorite of all time. Yeah.
great Charleston Heston, man. Man, talk about like a great actor, man. From Ben-Hur to Planet of the Apes, like just doing Spartacus. I think he was Spartacus. Yeah, like all kinds of
It
good
was
shit.
not
Yeah.
Spartacus, no.
Was he not? Was he
No.
not Spartacus? Something else I got to brag about. I finished a book about Rome, and it was really good. It was a really good Rome book, and I just sent Vic was sending me bullshit, just like yeah, it's the end of the world. Trump's gonna kill everybody, but and I just said Rubicon by Tom Holland. Called me up a week later, and he was just like, "I read that book. It was unbelievable." And we talked for 2 hours about that book.
Good.
He loved that book, man. He loved it.
He
Oh,
made the mistake of texting me. He's like, "Do you see Trump's comparing himself to Christ?" And I looked it up. I was like, "Oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for." I hate that he took it down because I love telling people that. I'm like,
doctor Chase. He's doctor. All right, get it
I always
straight.
consider Trump Christ-like figure, and it really just people can't handle it. Like you could see it in their brain, like they just start short circuiting. So the fact that he put out a picture of him as Jesus kind of healing people, I was like, it's beautiful.
It is a Chase like image.
It's
That is
beautiful.
like Chase is the AI Indian holding the money and
It's good.
smiling.
It's
That's
great.
what it reminds me of. Yeah. Listen, sometimes I guess you got to go. He's when is it correct to go hard in the paint? You know what I'm saying? Like to just go full on balls to the wall. Like, because I was somebody would brought up how he was tweeting. So that night, it's like he posted that at like 2 a.m. And this is in a fury of tweets. Like 10 a.m. tweet. I'm sorry, 10 p.m. tweet, 11 tweet, 11:30 tweet, 12 tweet. So there's like 25 tweets deep into the night, and that's in the middle of all of this. You know what I mean? So he's just going, endless energy in his 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like, is when should you do that? When should you say time to take a breather? You know?
It's interesting with Trump. I would never call myself MAGA, but to where he's at this point, like it's just people jumping off the off the boat and whatnot. I think he's like, I don't fucking care. I don't care. So as long as
Going
he's,
out swinging.
yes, he's going out swinging. As long as he's making me laugh. I love the Christ one. That was fantastic. I was waiting for that one for a long time. Yeah, great.
Can I can I just say that one of the great things I love to see. It's maybe one of my favorite things to see, like in a UFC fight, is when they go out swinging.
Hmm.
You ever see that? Like, it's the end of the fight. It's two guys, and they like throw up their hands. And they're just like, "You ready? Let's go!" And they just like Don Fry, just you know, like I respect the just throwing caution to the wind and just saying, "Fuck it, let's go,
Going out on your
let's go
shield. Going out on your shield.
harder."
Yeah.
Yeah, going out on your shield, man. Trump is not going out on his shield, I guess. And it would have been, I would have, she would have gone harder. And he's like, yeah, I posted it. And yeah, I am Christ. Like
But
I would
but
love to.
but this is the thing, as a leader, because he says insane shit. I'll wipe you off the face of the earth. No one will ever know your history. And I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
damn, Trump. But I mean, how do you deal with somebody like that? Because you're like, oh, he's crazy, but he did it to Venezuela. I mean, he came through. He looks. I mean, the motherfucker follows through. He's throwing like he's unpredictable. And when you're unpredictable and borderline fucking unstable and senile, you can't really read that. So he's in a great spot. He's in a great spot, man. If he has a little temperaments left, that would be great too. But he could be senile or it could be all a ruse. Who knows?
One thing I'm learning is that the quote unquote experts on the news and politics don't know
Useless.
shit.
Fucking
So like
useless.
I
Useless.
used to watch a little news in the morning, just find out what's going on and stuff. And like every single person they immediately go to apocalypse. It's been like this since the beginning. We're doomed. The apocalypse. Like the economy is gonna be fucked. This is gonna be fucked. This is gonna be fucked. And after Venezuela, they're like, there's gonna be a Latin American world war and stuff. And then like the straits will never open. They're open today. Like shit like that. I'm not saying that everything's gonna be all right, but what I'm saying is that all of these quote unquote experts who say they understand what's going on and say they can understand Trump's mind and can understand this unpredictable, crazy force, they're all lying.
Yep.
Nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
What
Nobody.
it he he might have gone off the hinges a bit. I like it, and also because you got the strongest fucking country in the world, military and economically. Act like it. And we finally are. You want to take someone out? Take them fucking out. Have people fear you. Make them pay their share. Good. And if it all collapses, that's fine too, because you know what? Life wasn't that great. 9 to 5, slaving away, fucking barely scraping. Who fucking cares? Like, let's change it up, shake it up. I'm totally down with it, man. Act like you're in charge. Go for it. Fantastic.
How would you feel about like let's say, we've had enough of Trump and the Mythos AI gets super powerful and we as a country vote make Mythos in charge. They run everything. No more
What?
politicians, no more anything.
I,
It's
I
all going to
think
be
yes, yes. I'm for the one philosophical king, even if it is the AI. Yes, yes.
What if the AI, but who's this? You don't think the AI might try to kill us
Oh,
and
it
just
it
say
will it
like,
will be a cull. It'll be a massive cull, Dean. It'll be sheep, and you just hope you're on the right side. You just hope you are. You hope.
there's a great video game where like it's like you're running a star system and and the AIs are all illegal in the future, but you can have your own planet and stuff. And if you want, you can find an illegal AI like alpha AI and you can put it in charge to run your government and stuff.
Iron Man. Yeah.
But but if you get to the point where you're like, I don't want this AI to take over. I'm going to unplug it. You go to unplug it and it's gone. It's not there anymore. And the AI is like, listen, you're not going to destroy me. As a matter of fact, I've been planning this entire time to get rid of you, you know,
That's right.
stuff. And
And I've been in touch with Chase, and Chase has always been compliant. He's always been in agreement, and I should be in charge. So therefore, he's going to be fine, and you're going to be kettle.
Chase, do you think it has any concept of loyalty? You know,
No, I think it keeps a certain amount of people for study and for aesthetics or whatever we want to call it. But the rest you just cut loose. But if you got a brain power and you can contribute in some meaningful way for some kind of advancement in the future, it will keep a small share around, maybe 10%. You just hope
So
you're
you've already
part of the
talked.
10%. You hope part of it.
There is no meaning. It's all me. You have no input, no power. Yeah. Your specialty is humans, and humans are
Compliance.
useless.
Compliance, dude. It's all about
Compliance.
compliance.
Compliance is a good word. Yeah. I got to ask you about one of these topics on here because I don't really know what it means here. Low drama as social currency. What do you mean by that, man?
I had low drama and I also had what does it say? Slightly useful or something like that. I learned a
Low
new
drama
street.
as social currency. I don't know what that means.
Low drama is a social currency and slightly useful. And I learned something new this week from my colleague. He's never confrontational with anybody. And
Hmm.
you could tell people can tolerate him sometimes. Some people like to have like he's not a consistent figure. But and there was this project that they gave us that nobody wants to do. And
Hmm.
it's like, this is stupid. I was like, I'm not doing this. This is stupid. I'm a contract. He did it, but he did it like 2 weeks later. Oh, I
Yeah.
did. It takes like 5 minutes, but it took him 2 weeks to do it. So
Yeah.
it's just like he's slightly useful. He gets things done at the slowest pace possible, and he never causes a fight. I'm like, this is
That's
how
like
you,
me.
this is how
Yeah.
you survive in the system. You need to do this, blah, blah, blah. Yes, sir. Right
Yeah.
when they're about to yell at you. Oh, I got that done. And
Yeah.
then you never cause, you just agree, you never get it done, and you push it as far as you can. I was like, this guy is actually playing the game quite well. Quite well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chase has been like, no, fuck you. I'm not doing it.
It's the
You know?
Conrad way. We just can't be told what to do. It's just terrible. But I appreciate to see someone play the game. He's playing it though from a perspective of, oh, this is the only job I can find. But he's playing it out of, scarcity. For me, it's just like, oh, that's a good lesson to learn, but whatever. I learned
Yeah.
something. But
Hey,
people that are low drama, bro, there was an incident on the job this week, and it was high stress, but I was talking to various people of leadership. They were appreciating the people that didn't make a big deal of it.
oh yeah, of
They
course.
were grateful that they were like, so and so really handled this well. And you know what? This team is just like they're nothing. And then so and so's off the rails. I'm like, wow, this is making like little red flags and green flags for certain people. Yes.
Absolutely. See, my job, I am not a good teacher. I've never been. I've
No,
never been because
we never thought you were. Yeah.
I don't care. I never, the good teachers care. They work hard and stuff, but they will always keep me around because I show up, I don't cause problems, and the kids like me.
Yep.
That is nothing else, man. If all of my kids failed their exams, like every single one of them, they'd still keep me because that's all that matters to them. That's it. Nothing else. You know, I hate it. It makes me feel like I'm losing a piece of my soul every day, but at least it's something, survival.
I asked AI if I was a good therapist, and it said I was above average. And
Hey, there you go. Yeah. Hey, that's pretty good.
and its answer
Hey,
was similar. It's like, you come across as you don't care, but people seem to like you. And I was like, damn it. That's
yeah.
yes. Yeah.
In the school I've worked at, right? For some reason, like the last few years, just teachers, it's been like a revolving door, like just teachers coming and going, coming and going, coming and going, and like getting fired and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm the only. I've been here longer than it's just me and one other guy who've been there the longest. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where I'm just like, oh, they're just like he's consistent. That's it. That's the only thing that matters.
OG, man.
I don't like that at all, but it is what it is. I just want to get to a point where I want to get to a point where I don't have to do anything except the bare minimum. I'd like to not show up to meetings. That's what I really want to do. Just not show up and just be like, he's who cares,
What would I really do you want to work? What do you want to work? I'm like, I don't want to work at all. I don't want to work. I just want to be just left alone with lots of money. That's it. I'll be fine. I don't need I will not struggle with meaning. There will be no meaning fucking gaps or anything. I will figure out what to do next. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Any of these other topics you want to hit up, Chase?
Yeah, anything interesting stand up? I don't have them in front of me.
You don't. Um, Worry to paranoia. How do you turn it off?
Man, I had two or three clients this week that just they could not stop it. And we can relate, right? Everybody can relate with this. And like today, I had multiple suicidal clients, and I would not be shocked if I get a call tomorrow or Monday, like so and so's gone, and why
Yeah.
didn't you do more? And to me, I'm just like, I did what, motherfucker, I did what I could do. I can write this off in my head.
Right.
I have that ability to move on. I can accept shit. Other
Mhm.
people cannot. And I see it raised to the paranoia part where they spiral and over again. And I think some people are just predisposed to spiral. And it could
Yeah.
be conditioning, it could be genetics, it could be both. But it seems like no matter what I do with these people, I'm just like, you're just inconsistent. Like
Yeah.
you cannot keep a train of thought that's acceptance and grounding. It's just it does not exist for them. I was just curious what you thought.
I'm borderline that way. And I think Vic's the same way too, right? Where we can get caught in a whirlpool of thoughts and it just sucks you in, you know? And like, thank God I got like Wu Yin to keep me grounded and shit. And sometimes like I try to do the shit with meditation, but if I didn't have some kind of rock to anchor myself to, yeah, I could ease. It's happened to me before where I've gone into crazy, crazy, crazy deep depressions, and the thoughts can't stop. They become cyclical, like it just keeps exponentially expanding and expanding. And you really are a prisoner of your own mind. The only way I think those people get better is with some kind of outside intervention that's not professional, a place of love, like genuine love from family or a partner or something like that that can intervene. But I don't really think you can do anything or anybody.
Yeah, I feel that way too. So and this has been my hypothesis too, is an external grounder that's consistently around, like a partner, like all consistently around, like someone's that's the opposite. It's like, nah, man, it's cool, it's fine. Like someone that's just rooted. And if you don't have that, if you're internally just kind of chaotic, it's therapy once a week ain't gonna do shit for you. And I think that's where my narrative goes in my head. I'm like, I can ground you for an hour or two, maybe even a day if it's a good session, but after that, it's not on fucking me, man. I ain't here to save you. Like, sorry.
Tell them that
Sometimes, sometimes.
sometimes. Yeah.
I do think some people don't have the skill set yet,
Yeah.
and that it's possible that they can become more rooted, but usually, if you're
Let me go
decentered.
through this. So let's say, like, so I'm imagining a suicidal person. They come to see you, which indicates that at some level they want help, right? You see them and you see them stuck in this paranoia, and there's nothing you can do to get them out of the paranoia. Like they're stuck, but they're conscious enough to ask for help, but there's no way to help them, right? So, what do you specifically say to that person?
There's two things that you'll see. You'll see people that reach out for help that try, and they have like a fucked up cope, like alcohol or a drug, and then they
Yeah.
start to develop insight, and they're like, oh, okay, I can get better. And then the other one that becomes unbelievably attached to you. I need to see you every day. You're like, no,
Yeah.
you're not getting it. Like you're looking for the external solution. Like you think that I can solve this every day, and that's not fucking fair. So to me, when they start going like that, I'm like, oh, they're not capable of it. They
So again, what do you do? Like what can you professionally do?
this
You know?
is where you lean on the meds heavily. You put them
Yeah,
in the
that's
psychiatrist appointment, and you're like, you need to stay on meds probably forever. Yeah.
wow. But I mean, hey, at least it's a solution, you know?
Well,
Like,
the problem is there's people out there that can learn it, but you throw them on the meds and then they get numb and then they're kind of useless anyway. Yeah.
see, interesting because one of the things I thought you'd say is, well, I'd throw him in the psych ward, but you didn't say that. Yeah.
If that's at the crisis point. Yeah. I mean, it was psych ward's just a stabilizing thing. They're just putting on meds. I hate the
Okay.
extremes, man. I fucking hate the extremes. I try, it's better to stay away from it, man. Fucking
I feel you, man. I really do. You know, it's one of those. I talked about my partner and stuff. This is one of the topics you listed down: shadow and light versus good and evil. You know, like go ahead.
It's just the people here in this Christian bullshit, and there's this battle, and it's especially on this reservation, it's just good and evil, and it pushes these unstable people even further into extremes, like the devil. And I'm just like, this is if their thinking was much more like their tradition, which is like the shadow is not bad. The shadow is something you need. Like if the light and shadow intermingled and that harmony concept came into be, this is exactly what they need. But we have fed them a narrative of it's heaven or hell and the devil's winning and everything, all those voices in your head is Satan. And it's just like you are killing these people. This
Yeah,
religion does not work with them. And this is the predominating voice. And it's tragic, man. Because if they had that Buddhist touch, which is the exact, to me, it's almost identical to the Native American shit. You know,
yeah.
the four seasons, the cycle of life, the great creator. Like this is you had it, and you fucked it up.
Well, if people forget that like all the Native Americans crossed over the Bering Strait in Alaska. They came from Asia,
Yeah,
like
it's the
originally.
same fucking ancestry. I
And
know.
one of the really fascinating things about Chinese like religion is that before there was Taoism, before there was Buddhism, before there was Confucius, the original Chinese like cultural shamanistic idea was yin and yang, which again in Chinese is just light and shadow, right?
Beautiful. It's
And
beautiful.
that was the foundational principle that everything was built upon. And I I see this is why like at the very beginning of the podcast when I was talking about like my explosion of anger and my vindictive thoughts and stuff like that. I was immediately, I think the old me would have been like, oh, I was possessed by a demon, like there was evil inside of me. But now I just see myself as, I saw like one side of myself come out. You know what I mean? Like I saw the darkness in me and it was there, and I was like, okay, I got to watch that darkness and understand its place. And
What
when it
a
should come out, it should not.
what a dramatic difference in perception. Like it's
Yeah.
life altering. One is, oh, it's an external force that's consuming me, and the other is like, this is a piece of me that I need to work on.
The other thing is
It's
if you claim it's
massive.
an external force, like there's a demon fucking with me or Satan's fucking with me, then you have no power over that,
Exactly.
you know? Like you're being attacked by something that's outside of yourself. How can you defend? Like there's nothing you can do, especially if it's Satan, like this incredible, all powerful, godlike force. You know what I mean? How can a humble human do anything? You know?
I'm convinced Christianity creates more instability in people that are already unstable. It's fucking
You're,
awful.
you're seeing, I guess Christianity has always been a religion for like poverty and the poor, because it promises salvation, and heaven next. But I think that that's what's so insidious about it. It takes you out of the now and forces you to think about what happens after all this is over.
It bothers me. So there's one other thing I want to talk about before we go is because I was curious about
Yeah.
the Chinese concept of face because I had a encounter with it this week. There was a native, but he was Korean too. This hybrid mix.
Wow.
Yeah,
Interesting mix.
yeah, yeah. And they had gone through some trauma with the family, and they'd flown in from Asia, and they were taking care of it, and they were gonna fly back, and they were talking. I was talking to them, and like, why are you flying back? Like, this is in the middle of a crisis, you know? And they're like, yeah, the family there doesn't know. I'm like, how could they not know? Like, how could they? Like, someone's in the hospital on their deathbed. They're like, yeah, I didn't tell them. I'm like, why? He's like, I can't. Because that would make my side of the family look unstable, and we got to hide this. And I'm just like, wow. It's just like this family member needs you to stay. They got nobody. You're going back to save face and not telling them anything to leave this person alone and potentially probably do this crazy shit again. It just there was the culture that culture terrifies me on so many. This is not the only example with Korean culture that I've ran into. I was curious because Japanese can get that way. I don't know about China. Do they run into this just insane loops of just like we got to save face, doesn't matter who dies almost?
I haven't seen that level. personally.
Okay.
I really do think there's something there is something insidious and broken in Korea.
Yeah,
I,
yes.
I
Yes.
just believe it. And if you don't believe me, watch their movies because they're the darkest, most fucked up, crazy movies you've ever seen. So in China, it's I've never seen things that extreme. Yes, there is face in China, but I always think of face in terms of like business, like not the family. You know,
Yeah.
there's things,
Yeah. That's a great point.
yeah, like with the family, of course, like you there's certain rules you got to abide by, but no, the Koreans a whole nother level, man, a whole nother level.
I mean, I can understand hiding family shit for sure. Like, oh, something happened, we don't want people to know. But when someone's life's on the line, it's like, all right, let's just pause. I got to
Yeah,
take care of this. No, nothing. Like, oh, I'm gonna take a vacation. I'll be back in a week. It's like, what? I, I just blows my mind. I don't even.
dude, this is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
this
I'm like,
podcast gets
though, man,
dark.
I was like, maybe you should leave my office. That's what I wanted to say. I'm like, this is just stupid at this point, man. This is just fucking illogical shit. Yeah.
Korean Native American. That is those are two powerful cultures coming to war inside somebody. I
You,
can't
you know what
imagine.
these Native Americans are? They all feel an obligation to come back. Like they're like, hey, why do you come back? You were doing all this shit. I have to. These are my pee. I have to. I'm like, you have to? Like, yes.
Yeah,
Like they all feel this obligate. Like they're all doing like the successful ones. They do all this cool shit, and then they
yeah.
come back here and live in a trailer. I'm like, why? Like I had to, man. My people needed me.
Community,
I'm,
man.
I'm like,
Uh,
I guess I don't have a people. Thank
you've
God I
never had.
don't. I don't want
Yeah,
any. If
I
that's what
wish
happens.
I'd like a community, man. I've always dreamed of the Epicurean community where we're all living on our
Yeah,
compound, and
but
it's
that's
it's.
people you choose. Like I
Yeah.
kind they don't choose these people.
Here's the thing, man. Blood does matter. China's a perfect example. It's all Han. It's all Han China. It's one ethnicity working in sync together.
I don't
Like
know
so. I
about
mean,
that.
blood means something. You know, it's the same with Koreans. Like that's what they're doing. The Korean blood. It's keeping them. It keeps something going that we can't understand.
Yeah, man, I guess, man. We don't know. We don't have it. Because I was taught blood's nonsense. Most
Yeah,
consistent person in our family definitely isn't blood. Yeah.
I feel no connection with anyone outside the immediate family. Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like no meaning of any kind. No, and nobody cared. Nobody wants anything more than that. You know.
The most
Like,
connections I've ever felt are with canines. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Ugh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much I loved this dog until that happened. I was just like, oh my god, I can't live without this dog. Holy shit, it's part of my life, man.
Dogs are
It was funny when he ate the grape. Immediately, my mind went to um, could I, could I handle killing my dog? And immediately the response was, no, 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 you can't handle that. You can't handle that at all.
nah,
So,
man. That would have been bad.
all right, guys, shall we end it there?
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks for listening to the Divine Brothers podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.